What's up, guys? Eric here from MajorLeagueTrading.com, and some interesting action here today out of the markets. So just taking a look right now, we can see that 43.32 quarter level from yesterday that we were talking about here was not tagged today. So ultimately the high of the day ends up being 43.31.75. So just 2-tick front run of this level. Now, at the same time, we were looking at levels, which we did trade it in the overnight session. So technically we did print it, but I'm talking about regular trading hours. We didn't. And the same level here being that 766.75 level for the Nasdaq was actually able to get traded a couple different times here today. And all around here, some different action than what I've expected us to really see today. So in the morning write-up here, which I can pull over, I was looking, ultimately here, kind of first thing is that, hey, maybe we get up through these levels, which would be 43.32 quarters in the S&Ps, the 766.75 for the Nasdaq. Ideally, if we can get above those levels, we got longs on the day. And ideally, we're able to open above those levels, trade back down through them, and then get, through opening print, right? Because just before the bell here, we were printing up over these levels at the moment, in something like the Nasdaq and in the S&Ps. So it looked good from that standpoint of, hey, we might get an open above these levels. It would do all the things. Come to find out, we don't get that open above. S&Ps can't get above. And, I wrote that I'm not super interested in shorts here, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass on that option for the day. And again, put all this stuff here inside the morning write-up, that MLKN that we talked about from yesterday here, and everything from there. So 0 trades on the day from me. I did not like the downside action here. Again, given how far I thought we've come already on the daily chart, that eventually we're going to try and get a little bit of a rally here, and I would like that move as opposed to trying to continue to short this name. Now, total range on the day, 235 points out of the Nasdaq here. So was there definitely some potential to the downside? Yes. We talked about this rally back in the 766.75s here today in the trade room. So inside of Discord, I was talking about, hey, once we broke down under opening prints, instead of getting a rally and a retest back to opening prints, let it have room to 766.75s, and you could get short from there. And a number of people in the chat, obviously, and things like that, did so. And we couldn't quite make it down to this next target here, 529.75s, before putting in a pretty aggressive rally here. So with all of those things being said, kind of recapping the day, kind of my thought process in it, we're looking pretty good here on the week. So I'm not necessarily trying to press anything here. But the big question now is, are we going to finally get that rally here out of the Nasdaq, come up and test, that 15.010.75s? Considering we did, manage to get above this 14.766.75s on the day, or are we going to, pull back down and retest, or at least test this 14.529.75s? And ultimately here, I think that comes down to just the overall S&Ps, Russell, and Dow, because at the moment, if we pull this over here, we'll drop this out. You can see just from a divergence standpoint, Nasdaq was the only thing here first thing this morning, going up and tagging those highs on the day. And then here later into the end of the session here, Nasdaq was the main market coming up here, getting these new highs on the day, rallying that whole move back. So at the moment, we've kind of got S&Ps, Russell, and Dow maybe not wanting to get that rally. Nasdaq maybe saying, hey, yeah, I want to try and rally up here and test those levels. So there's one of two options from here, I think, that ultimately, this kind of conclusion leads me, which is, hey, can we get S&Ps up over 43.32 quarters, right? If we can, then longs are potentially on the table. I don't know that I have a favorite at the moment. Is like, okay, do we look at something like maybe a Google or something like an AMD even from today, right? This held actually pretty strong, nice and green here on the day. So Google also nice green, 1.5%, taking back the move from yesterday here, right? Just a little bit of that move from yesterday and small green there. So do we look for one of those names, or do we just play straight up with the S&Ps, for that rally back to the upside? Or the other side of this, which I think is probably the more realistic situation here for the rest of the week, is going to be some sideways consolidation action with some of these kind of short cover, rally pop type situations in here, like what we saw today, where S&Ps go from 42.77s and rallies 50 points and trades up into 43.25s, right? A decent pop there coming out of the markets. I think that's more likely what we will see. For me, I won't know until tomorrow, kind of mid-afternoon, because it is going to be a travel day for me. I will be in the woods hunting first thing in the morning here for daybreak, so I will miss the market open. That means it's probably also at the same time going to be one of the best trading days of the week. So I hope that is the case for you guys. As always, thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, comments, any of those things, feel free to drop those in the comment section below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Take care. Hope this helps. Peace.